Hey, Gemini, intuitive soul coach here with your October 2023 love and family reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway or even signing up for the monthly newsletter, you can find all of that information in the description box below your video. All right, beautiful. Now this is good for any and all placements of Gemini in your chart. Now what you don't see coming, Gemini, in matters of the heart is something is speeding up here or moving forward. Now it's interesting as well, as I was shuffling your cards, I was seeing a bike. So some of you, this could be symbolic for, movement. It could be slow moving energy. It wasn't a motorcycle, but it was a bike. So I feel like something is slow and steady. You're being offered a new beginning here for you. Don't try to rush things because you're learning. It's almost like learning how to ride a bike. It's you taking one step in order to find that balance and feel like you got something kind of underway or under control, instead of feeling like at every turn you're going to fall or you're going to run into something, right? The wheel is saying that you're moving forward in matters of the heart, but I'm getting that there's a lot more stability here, a lot more balance, and a lot more harmony. So this is really great here for you, Gemini. Now, in the recent past, you do have the birdhouse. This is all about your root chakra. It's about safety and security. Now, some of you could have even been working on home improvements. You may have been changing your environment up. Maybe you've moved as well. You could have been upgrading or updating, because you can see here, this birdhouse, it looks a little bit abandoned. Now, for others of you, because I'm getting root chakra, which is the base chakra, and that is formed between the ages of 0 and 7 years old. That has to do with your foundation, your stability, your family, your, root of origin. Some of you could have really been taking a look at some deep inner child beliefs or things that have happened in childhood, and you're working through some of those insecurities and feelings of not feeling safe, not feeling secure. A lot of you may have even dove into your career or dove into a different area in your life aside from love. So you could, I don't want to say run from some situations of the past. I feel, again, deep past, there may have been a running energy, but I do feel in the recent past, there's some sort of accountability or taking responsibility on what's broken or what needs to be replaced. Okay. Now in the near or present energy of October, you have the eggs. This is a fresh start. This is a new beginning here for you, whether it is a new beginning in love, maybe you're meeting someone new. For others of you, there could be communication between you and someone where maybe you've had a falling out with that person, or if you've been in a relationship for quite some time, I feel like there is a renewed spark between the both of you, if that is what you're seeking, because in the near future, you have the fire. So some of you even could be dealing with a fire sign, whether that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but this is about ambitious goals. I feel like you're setting yourself up for success by taking a look at your heart-based goals. Where do I want to be? Why do I want to have this home? Or, where do I want to be in this relationship in 5 years? Or, what is it that I would like to accomplish with this person or by myself? So you're looking at, the future here as well. I like this. Now, again, what you don't see coming is something is moving forward. A lot of you are moving forward in these goals. Maybe you and your partner have always wanted to travel. If you've been single, you're doing some of these things with or without somebody right here, and you're actually allowing that door of opportunity to swing wide open here for you, Gemini. And you're going to see new people coming into your world. And you may even see old relationships or old, friendships flourishing. Maybe you got distracted and you haven't spoken to an old friend for quite some time. Maybe you were focused on your career, but yeah, 6 of Pentacles showing up. So you're getting together, and I feel like there's more reciprocity, there's more balance, there's more equal give and take here after a time of maybe, going through some hard times in the family dynamic. Because the challenge for you is creating that peace within the family. But you have the 10 of Cups here as a challenge. You have the moon below you. So a lot of uncertainty when it comes to family, when it comes to romance or love. A lot of you want something quite stable, right? Maybe even since childhood with that Page of Wands. Maybe you've always dreamt of your happily ever after, or that perfect family dynamic, or, you know, having someone to love, or, you know, being in a group setting where you had, oh, wow, look at this. There's the bike. There's that bike that we were seeing earlier. And actually, as they showed me the wheel, that's the first thing I noticed here on the Knight of Pentacles. They showed me the wheel. It's like you're finally starting to move forward here after a time of things being a little bit stuck or stalled. Because if you can see here, it's interesting. Maybe it's just my eyes, but it almost looks like that frame on that tire is a little bit wonky. And I feel like, I mean, that could just be the bar, but intuitively, I feel like something wasn't quite right. It may have felt a little bit jaded or jagged even, but slow and steady is winning this race. And I feel like there's movement after a time of feeling stuck. Some of you had to really go through some deep disputes within the family, okay? Oh, I love that that's showing up here. We have the Page of Cups. So opening your heart here in the near future is going to be part of it. You also have the Five of Pentacles. I just heard here, left at the altar. You will not be left at the altar. Even for those of you that are single, thinking I'm going to be single forever, or I'm always going to be the one that's attending the wedding, the bridesmaid, right? There's the Queen of Swords. Some of you could even be dealing with a Libra, someone who demands trust or truth, okay? Or someone who at times has a difficult time expressing their truth. That's kind of what I'm getting here with that Queen of Swords in reverse. Six of Cups, beautiful. I figured we would see that Six of Cups. You have double six energy, and the outcome here is the Magician. What is the life that you want to create? You have more tools than you think possible at this time. So let's dive into your energy here. Gemini, is someone having issues with the right ear? Because I'm getting here either ringing in the ears, popping in the ears, or maybe some of you, maybe you need to listen better, or it could be something about understanding, listening to understand instead of listening to respond. So pay attention to the ears. That's showing up really strong here for you. Now, your overall energy for the month of October is the Six of Pentacles. Unexpected blessings coming your way. This is about generosity. It's about sharing. Sharing is caring. Love more. Love more is what it says in the background. So I feel like you are expressing yourself in the best way that you know how, Gemini. And when this six shows up, this is about equal give and take. You know, I scratch your back, you scratch mine. There could be a mirroring of energies happening here, but for some of you, there could be an unexpected gift coming in that really takes you by surprise, and it's going to allow you, to move forward here. There could be an apology. Okay, Gemini, I'm getting an apology, whether you're giving it, you're receiving it, but it actually could help clear the air. There's an important conversation I'm getting here as well for you, Gemini. So there could be heartfelt communication. Someone may be telling you their truth, especially with the Queen of Swords in reverse here. So someone may be expressing or sharing, getting something off their chest. There may have felt like there was lack of emotion in a situation, but you're realizing that that was someone's coping mechanism. Now, the challenge for you is the 10 of Cups. The good news, it's in your energy, which means we can embrace this to its highest form. Excuse me. Now, some of you may have disconnected from your own family. Okay, there could have been family drama. This Queen of Swords could have even been your mother. Okay, Gemini, this Queen of Swords, excuse me, someone may have said something very hurtful to you. It could have been by a friend, by a sister, by a mother. There could have been a narcissist. I'm getting narcissist or manipulative family member. Someone could have suffered from psychosis or mental health issues as well. Now, they may or may not be still present in your world physically, but the impacts of their words or what they have done are still carried with you here, Gemini. even if you're aware of it or not. Now, the 10 of Cups showing up as the challenge for you is saying, it's time to get realistic with our goals. Yes, you are absolutely worthy of love. You're worthy of respect. This is about taking a look at any sort of neglecting or neglection that has been placed within a family dynamic. Some of you were neglected from a very early age, or you may feel like someone is neglecting the family dynamic here. I'm going to pull a card on this 10 of Cups because I'm getting the word neglect coming in big time here. And that could be what you're actually moving forward with. Someone may be taking accountability or responsibility for the neglect that they put on the relationship. Let's take a look here and clarify, please. 4 of Coins. Okay. 4 of Coins is letting go or hanging on. Do we want to hang on so tightly to some bitterness, to some words, to some, struggles, or can we let go? As Wayne Dyer always said, let go and let God, right? Instead of us hanging on to some sort of attachments. That could be someone in your world is hanging on to every single word that you say. Okay, it could be hanging on to hurt and betrayal. And I feel like that's what you're working on releasing. Hurt and betrayal when it comes to the family, what they've done, or situations in the past that have left you feeling less than. You absolutely are worthy of love. Some of you just want a family where you can travel, take vacations, feel good. You're not feeling like you have to fight. Even if you are in separation or if you are divorced and you share a child or children with someone, you just want to be able to have peace, right? And I feel like something has been a little bit difficult, but for those of you that are just looking for balance or looking for someone to maybe understand or see it from your point of view as well as you see it from theirs, you're able to find a common ground here. There's negotiation, there's compromise, there's something being done here behind the scenes, Gemini, that's quite beautiful. And I feel like you're working on letting go of some of the words, the pain, the hurt that may have held you back from spinning that wheel forward in the past. So this is big energy. Now, what's below you? A lot of uncertainty here. You can see that she is laying underneath the moonlight. She has the wolves there in the background that are howling at the moon. There's more than one, so I feel like this is a pack. Typically, you may have felt like the lone wolf in the family, or maybe you felt like you went off the beaten path. For some of you, you've been really in your emotions. You've been trying to tune into your intuition more so. The moon is about needing clarity, and this is in the deep, deep past. So I feel like on a subconscious level, you're really digging in deep here. This is about truths being exposed. It's about you taking a look at maybe some of the shadows within oneself. It's about taking a look at the shadows that, constrict us at times, that hold us back, some of those beliefs, some of the subconscious patterns that we have, that we infiltrate into relationships. So in the recent past, you have the Page of Wands showing up here. I like this Page of Wands because she's curious, she is childlike, she has this passion for eagerness and to learn, right? There is an opportunity for growth here. Even though she is not as mature about a situation, she's willing to learn, and she's still willing to believe in the magic and in the joy of life. And sometimes we lose that, right? We grow up and we lose the joy and we lose the magic and the happily ever after. We say, well, that doesn't exist, right? Santa Claus isn't real. That's not real. Those things don't exist. They're just illusions. And we tend to fall into that trap of, fairy tales don't exist. But even within a fairy tale, right, there's still monsters, there's still bad guys, there's still things that happen, but it doesn't mean that you can't bring a little bit of magic and childlike innocence and fun and joy and magic back into your world. And I feel like that's what a lot of you are looking to do here. Have fun again, right? You're remembering maybe why you fell in love with someone, or you maybe chasing some, feel good, some new relationships, Some of you are really healing and working on some of the childhood stuff that sits with us at times. Some of you could be playing or spending more time with your own children, your own grandchildren. But there's a castle in the background. So Gemini, don't give up on that fairy tale, because that's the challenge for you here. You say, Melissa, fairy tales don't exist, right? Well, actually, we live them each and every single day. We are the creators. We are the magician. What do you want your fairy tale to look like? It may not look like what you see in the movies, right? It may be completely different. But you still have the opportunity to dream and to manifest and work with the magic and the energy that's available here. But some of you really need to get back in touch with that. Back in touch with that, inner child. If you've been in a relationship for quite some time, it's important to spark up some new hobbies with each other, because I just heard roommate. Some of you may be roommates. Some of you may just be going off doing your own things, and really at the end of the day, your head hits the pillow and maybe you don't say more than just a hi or a good morning. This is about bringing something new and fun and innocent back into the mix. And for those of you that are looking for love, believe again that yes, this does exist for you, that it can exist for you. Be open to these opportunities. It's been slow. I see that here with this Knight of Pentacles, right? Slow and steady is what wins that race. For some of you as well, it may have felt like a whirlwind. Maybe you were in and out of relationships at times, or perhaps there's been just such a big gap of being with a person or being single. Whatever it's been for you, this is saying here, you can be, because you are, this is what you can attract. You attract what you are, right? The energy. Someone who is trustworthy, someone who is reliable, someone who is dependable. There's a horse or a pony in the background, and she's riding her bike, and her basket is full of fresh apples and fresh treats to give to that horse. And that horse, in a way, looks forward to seeing her whenever she comes, because he relies on her to bring that freshness, right? To bring that energy. And actually, in return, she looks forward to seeing and knowing that that horse is going to be right where she knows it's going to be, right? Right there, waiting for her. As soon as that horse sees her riding up on her bike, he's automatically going towards her. So there's that generosity. There's that equal give and take. And it may have felt like it was a long time coming or a slow start, right? But she's had to build up. He or she, it doesn't matter if you're female or male, you've had to build up some sort of trust, right? Some sort of relationship. And I feel like this is happening here. And it's important for you to trust in yourself, trust in others. Allow someone, okay, you may think someone's a little childish as well. You may think that someone is living in a fantasy world, or someone may think that way about you. But it's also important here that we don't take things too personally, because you have two pages showing up here. You have the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups. Now, in the near future, the Page of Cups is showing up in reverse. So someone could be getting hurt easily. Someone may fall in love quite quickly, or they miss the signs here. I feel it's important to have, an illusion of what you would like something to look for. But then there's also this energy here of being a realist. And a lot of you, Gemini, you are, because you're an air sign as well. You may be thinking about what you really need to do instead of what this fantasy is or this potential is for you. You may be saying, okay, I've lived in that fantasy land and it hasn't really been kind of working for me. Now I need to move forward, because I was missing the signs because I was too based on an illusion. Please take that as it resonates. Okay, the energy is going to remain the same, but the situation will be different for each and every one of you. But the Page of Cups is about a new emotional experience. It's about you being able to move forward in matters of the heart and feel good about your decisions and trust them. Trust that they are in your highest good, even if you're not quite sure. There's something that you want to really catch here. You can see that there's a fish that is out of the cup there. And so I feel like there's an energy of being in awe or being excited. But I sense that something feels like it's coming in and out, right? Page of Cups. It's like it's not, you're not quite sure. Is this going to stay? Because it's always flopping, right? It's always flopping. For some of you, this is representing there are many fish in the sea. Some of you may feel like you've caught that fish, okay? Let's take a look. I want to clarify this Page of Cups because I'm getting a lot of energy from this. What do we have for the Page of Cups showing up in the near future, please? Playfulness. Thank you, Spirit. I just heard playfulness. In order for you to move forward, you have to bring playfulness to the mix. Okay? There has to be some sort of playfulness instead of taking things so seriously. And that may be the message of double pages. There it is, 10 of coins. Beautiful. Not only do you have the 10 of cups, you have the 10 of coins. This is about lasting security. But in order to get to that lasting security, we must take a look at our beliefs that come from traditional teachings, the Hierophant, what we were taught. There's something here unconventional. You can have this fairy tale, but it may not be in the teachings of what we're taught, right? Maybe a young love. Something may have happened where some of you did get married young, or you were in a relationship. I'm getting threes. Some of you could have been married 3 times. Maybe you have 3 children. The Hierophant is about taking a look at some of those beliefs, those morals. It is about you trusting that and committing to yourself when it comes to lasting security. But in order to do that, you have to take a look at what's not stable. And that's what you're doing here. You're going back to the root of the issue here. And you're saying, okay, 10 of Cups, what is it that I have ingrained within my energy from a very young age? How can I bring about some more fun, more joy, more happiness? Okay, 10 of Cups, lasting security by taking a look at your beliefs. Now, how are you feeling? 5 of Pentacles. I believe the 5 of Pentacles, didn't this show up in reverse when it first came out? You may be grappling onto the idea of hanging on to a situation because that may have been, or it feels like your fairy tale, but there's something better off over here. So whether it's you letting go of a belief, letting go of control, maybe it's letting go of a relationship, whatever this is here for you, Gemini, 5 of Pentacles does feel a little bit like you're left out in the cold, right? Or you're feeling like you are separated when really you just want to be together or come together. You want there to be more harmony, more peace. That's what this fresh start is all about for you. So the 5 of Pentacles, if you've been going through some hard times with someone that you could be married to or committed to, or if you feel like you don't have this partnership or this high level of commitment, don't lose hope because you have it all over in your energy here, right? This is something that, yes, you'll have, but maybe it's not in the timing that you thought you would have it by. Now, what's showing up in your environment? You do have the Queen of Swords. It's in reverse. And look at her. I mean, some of you could be dealing, like I said, with a Libra or another air sign. But this Gemini here, or excuse me, this Libran energy here, she looks a little fierce. And that's what I'm getting here is someone maybe a little bit cold to you, cold within their words. This could be you. It could be someone else. I feel like this is their personality in a sense where they may not be wanting to come across as cold or heartless, but they could be focused on other things, right? Other things. But someone also may have suffered through some sort of abuse or trauma that doesn't make an excuse for them to treat you the way that they have. But with this Queen of Swords in reverse, she's very sharp. She is very sharp, and I feel like this person knows what they're doing, but sometimes they don't. I know that sounds kind of counterintuitive. They're really good at certain things at times, right? Breaking through that energy, but sometimes they just don't know, or they believe in their own lies. Okay, I'm just going to put that out there. They believe in their own lies, or there's something that they may manipulate at times, and it may feel like their fantasy. It's almost like this person may be living in a fantasy world themselves. Okay, what's going on in your hopes and fears? The 6 of Cups, a little bit of nostalgia. You can see here that this beautiful mermaid or this girl is looking in and she's reflecting upon maybe some childhood memories that were good, some nostalgia, maybe the beginning of a relationship or when things felt a little easier. She's being loving and kind to herself though. That's important. This is about practicing kindness, regardless of how difficult a childhood was. Some of you looking at that wounding. Some of you may even be romanticizing a past with the Page of Wands. If something has been toxic for you, it's important to cut through the illusion of what you hoped it would be versus what it is, okay? Six of Cups is about you loving and being kind to you, because your final outcome is the Magician. The final outcome is saying that you have all of the necessary tools. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I'm getting the name here, Lucy, or it could be Lucio. Or maybe some of you watch I Love Lucy. I feel like that's came up in a reading in the past for you. Maybe it wasn't your sign. So Lucy, please take that as it resonates. But the Magician here for you, Gemini, is all about you using your natural talents, your skills, and your personal power to move forward in action. She's able to have what she wants. She has everything she needs. She's been there before. She also has the wisdom and the experience. And I feel like the Magician, you know, they have the wands, they have the cups, they have the swords, they have the pentacles. So in a way, I feel like you have, you know, all the goods. You are the whole package in a sense. And it's important to not cast some sort of an illusion like a magician does, right? A magician can trick the audience into believing a certain thing. And now, Gemini, don't shoot the messenger, but sometimes I feel like you may put on this face of everything is okay, everything is great on the outside, or at least it looks that way. But on the inside, there could be some suffering. On the inside, there may be some troubles in paradise in a way, right? And so I feel like it's important for you to get to the root of the matter, be vulnerable. It's okay to express some concerns. It's okay for you to take a little bit of a deep dive, because that's actually going to allow you to attract what it is that you truly seek and desire on a deep soul personal level. Let's clarify the Magician coming in here for you, Gemini. Let's clarify the Magician. Right away, Queen of Swords. Whoa, okay. So something is directly tied to this Queen of Swords, but it's coming in the upright now, and this is about thinking strategically instead of thinking with just letting your emotions make a decision for you. This is letting your truth come out. Wow, this is powerful, Gemini. Let's get a crystal message for you. Okay, look at your cards. They're really wanting to talk here. We're just going to get one card for you from the crystals. Thank you. Oh, you have Emerald. Wow, and it just reminded me of the Wizard of Oz and Emerald, right? Emerald City. And it's kind of like speaking up into the microphone, the great Wizard of Oz, right? But behind the curtain, it's just a man. So I feel for you as well. There could be something that feels like you're putting a curtain over at times, or it could be, you're creating that land of Oz, but on a deeper level, it's like you're able to see things from different perspectives. And I feel like you're able to move forward here, and something that you did feel a little bit stuck. Maybe you always wanted to go, no place like home. You just wanted that sense of belonging. You have Emerald, card 2-2. Some of you may be born on the 22nd. You could be seeing 2s. Some of you are in a 2 or a 4 life path or personal year 2. This is all about giving and receiving, which is literally your main card here. It is about opening your heart to friendships and embracing unity. Love is meant to flow through you from within and without, cleansing your energy, Gemini, cleansing that energy field so that you can feel your soul's worth and know that you are always loved. Love may not be coming to you right now in the form you prefer, but don't overlook its presence. Express love toward yourself and others. Remember, loving your neighbor means starting at home with self-love. Now is the time to set aside the obstacles that block you from receiving, experiencing, and expressing love, and simply be the love you want to see in the world and in yourself and in your life. Trust that when you open to love, loving partnerships are possible to help you heal the old wounds. This card literally wraps up every single thing that we've talked about here as well. So again, trust that when you open up to love, loving partnerships are possible to help you heal some of the old wounds here. So I definitely get a strengthening here of bonds. This is about you knowing and trusting that even if love isn't here right now in the form that you want or hope that it would be, don't overlook its presence, because that's exactly what we said in the beginning. I said it's in your energy field. Regardless if it's a challenge, it's still here for you. Sometimes we don't focus on the love that's right at hand because we may be focusing on someone's immaturities or someone's flaws, right? Express love towards yourself and others. There's equal reciprocity, equal give and take available here for you if you're willing to open as well. So very powerful messages here, Gemini. I hope this resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly does help get the Divine Channel messages out there to those that need it most, and it certainly helps the channel grow. If you haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, please do so. Thank you so very much, Gemini, for spending your time and energy here with me today. Lots of love.